From cancel culture, from cultural icon to cult leader. I don't know why I immediately read that as cancel culture.
If you were stuck in a life or death situation and the only way to escape was to guess how
I
old
do
this
some
man was,
cephalopod.
what would you say? Jared Leto is 50 years old. Let
Isn't
that
that
sink
fucking
in
wild?
for a minute. Why is it that Twitter seemingly lost their mind after Jared Leto presented a Grammy to Olivia Rodrigo? A seemingly innocent interaction with dark roots that only some are aware of. Jared Leto began his acting career in 1992 in the television series Camp Wilder, but really hit the limelight 2 years later with his
Requiem
breakout
for a
role
Dream.
as Jordan Catalano in My So-Called
That was
Life.
one of my
It was
favorite
clear
movies.
that he was a heartthrob and
Wait,
had
what?
acting
This or Requiem?
Requiem for a Dream.
That was one of your favorite movies?
Yeah, definitely.
You have like the weirdest taste. That movie is fucking disturbing.
It's so good though.
I mean,
know.
it's an interesting movie, but like, goddamn. Then they have like that. How old were you when you liked that movie?
Probably like 16.
Oh, okay. So you weren't like a kid. I was gonna say that like
No.
ass to ass scene where the girl like does the ass to ass shit.
I mean, I think it did scar me, but like, if I would have seen it younger, yeah, that would have been bad.
talent. A combination
Thanks
that
a
would
bit,
allow him
Coco
to
and the
star
Prime
in
Silly.
Hollywood cult classics like Fight Club, American Psycho, and Requiem
Okay,
for a
chat,
Dream.
whoever just
Jared
said
Leto is
something
known
about
for
me
being
liking
a
plain
method
Cheerios,
actor,
that's not
aiming
very
to show
nice.
real and
Yeah,
raw
it's fucked up,
emotions
though.
in his roles by throwing himself into the world of the character that he plays. Sometimes he gets it right, other times he falls flat on his face. One of his earliest demonstrations of method was in Prefontaine, a 1997 biopic about the legendary distance runner. Jared Leto is most notably known for his Oscar-winning performance as Rayon, a struggling transgender woman in Dallas Buyers Club. Method acting, traditionally known as the Stanislavski system, was developed as a way for
Oh,
actors
what
to
the
combine
fuck is
the
that?
outer and inner theatrical sense of self by physically embodying the character's experiences.
Today's actors must look to Moscow at the beginning of the 20th century to find one of the great theatrical figures of his time, an actor, stage director, teacher, and founder of the legendary Moscow Art Theater. This
It's
is
sweet,
Konstantin
but you can't do
Stanislavski.
links.
Before his death in 1938 and after,
No, I don't
he
do
was
method
an
acting.
enigma.
Classical.
Successive
for me.
generations have either venerated him or discredited him. A constant source of
Brimstone.
controversy, he has been nominated with Einstein and Freud as one of the three true visionaries of the century. Others have denounced him as a charlatan purveyor of mumbo-jumbo. One thing is
Yeah,
undeniable.
it kind of came out of nowhere.
Stanislavski, his theater, and his
Purveyor of
acting system found
mumbo-jumbo.
immortality, even as the world around him
I
was
mean, it's a
being
pretty
torn
cool
apart.
Although
sentence.
method acting is a legitimate way
Is it,
that many
the
actors
bit
get into
in the-
character,
yeah, the
it's
bits go
oftentimes
through.
used as a selling point for modern movies. Usually, headlines are run showcasing the extremes that some of these actors go to in order to prepare for their roles. It's cringy and oftentimes embellished or fabricated to stir up hype. This is one of the main reasons why people
give
hate
some
Jared
meat
Leto's Joker,
bits
but
pineapple.
we'll get into that later. If you're able to separate Jared Leto from his acting ability, it's no secret that he's successful on the big screen. Parallel to his rise to fame in Hollywood,
He
during
really
the
does look like
90s,
Zac
Jared Leto
Efron.
would start a band with his brother Shannon.
see that.
They would name it 30 Seconds to Mars.
God, that
If you
band
grew up
slaps.
during this time like myself,
Yeah,
you
that
can
was
probably
another big
remember
reason
The
why.
Kill playing on
Yeah.
every alternative radio station in the 2000s. 30 Seconds to Mars would go on to have numerous breakout hits as their style shifted from edgy to pop. This is why many 30 Seconds to Mars fans are nostalgic of their original music,
thanks for the 5
but
gift subs,
cringe at their
Quentin.
new stuff. They continue
Thanks,
to create
Quentin.
music around vague, relatable themes such as struggle, love, life, death, and faith. Did 30 Seconds to Mars dominate any genre? Probably not. But they were insanely
These are the 10
successful in
gifts of
creating a
soft
cult
danger.
following that is now bigger than ever, known
Thank you,
as
Soft.
the Echelon. The Echelon is what 30 Seconds to Mars fans collectively call themselves. Not only are they obsessed with the band's music, but also the themes and messages prevalent
have their
in all
own
aspects
retreats,
of the community. Members
which
of
is
the
how the
Echelon
cult
refer
started.
to each other as part of a family. From an outside view, the Echelon is just like any other stan group. And the reality is, stan groups are cash cows. Jared Leto knows this and perpetuates the us versus them dynamic to increase rapport with his fans. It's one of the many ways in which he breaks the audience-artist wall without actually having to do much and reap the benefits. Each member of the echelon will go as far as to follow the band around the world.
Yeah, I know a little bit about Jared Leto's cult. The 30 Seconds to Mars has retreats for their fans, and one of them, the 30 Seconds to Mars fans, the echelons or whatever, went to, I think it was like an island or something, and everyone dressed in white. That was the whole theme, that they just all dress in white, and then it got real culty real quick. Thanks for your sub packs.
Making sure to attend every tour event possible. 30 Seconds to Mars even has Guinness World Records for their seemingly endless tours. Their logo is a triad with a line through it, which you can find on almost any of their work and on Leto himself. Twice. In 2009, the band released merch which said, "Yes, we are a cult." Although this is supposedly an inside joke between Jared Leto and his superfans, it's a slippery slope when given the context of Jared Leto's reputation. If you define cult as a group or movement held together by a shared commitment to a charismatic leader or ideology, then the echelon checks all the boxes. And it certainly doesn't help his case that he literally looks like Jesus. In 2015, Jared Leto started Camp Mars.
There it is.
A Malibu retreat where fans can experience the band on a closer level. Camp Mars included outdoor activities, live performances from the band, and a chance to meet Jared Leto himself. Packages ranged from sleeping in tents to VIP lounges, and the prices increased accordingly. Camp Mars was a huge success, and after 2015, it became tradition. It would ultimately evolve into something much bigger. Mars Island is a 3-night all-inclusive getaway on the private island of Obanjan in Croatia. Think Fire Festival, but drugs and alcohol are prohibited, and Mars Island actually happened. Sober people, yeah. That's who I want to party with. Packages include yoga,
I bet it was
sports,
fucking
sightseeing,
lit.
and 2 30 Seconds to Mars performances. Prices start at $1,700, where you probably sleep on a banana leaf, and go up to an undisclosed amount if you opt in for the Helix
well, 30
package,
Seconds to Mars.
which is probably where you sleep next to Jared Leto himself. I wish I was kidding. That sounds all fun and dandy, but I don't know about you guys. I would much rather stay home and get some quality sleep, which is why today's video is sponsored by Helix. Helix Sleep makes premium mattresses and bedding customized to fit your needs, conveniently shipped in a box
which I'm sure
right
he'll
to
show.
your
It's
doorstep.
nothing but
Everybody's different, and Helix knows that. So they made a sleep quiz that helps match your sleeping preferences with your unique body type to find the perfect mattress for you. Based on your different sleeping positions and preferred firmness, Helix Sleep has a mattress for everyone. If you happen to sleep with a partner or a pet, you can take the quiz together and find the best compromise for all of you. I personally sleep on my side and stomach, and I like a nice medium mattress feel, and that's why I was matched with the Midnight Lux. I've been sleeping on Helix mattresses for well over a year now, and ever since I moved, I had to upgrade from a queen to a king.
Rocket League?
I fall
No, not
asleep in a
tonight.
matter of
YouTube
minutes,
night.
and I wake up feeling rejuvenated. My old mattress does not even compare, and trust me, if Sebastian likes it, I guarantee you're gonna love it. My favorite part about Helix is that your new mattress comes rolled in a box directly to your doorstep, and they offer free shipping to anyone in the US.
When am I gonna go and
If it makes you
vlog it?
nervous to buy something that you haven't tried yet in
Bro,
person, Helix
vlog what?
offers a
Going
100
to the
night
Jared
sleep
Leto
trial.
cult?
Gives you a little bit over 3 months.
I'd love to do that.
completely fall in
Hey,
love
if you're in the
with your
chat, Jared
mattress.
Leto,
And if
I'm
you
down.
don't, they will come and pick it up for you.
I'll come check it
no
out.
questions asked.
Sleep next to you or
and
whatever.
you'll get a full refund. Plus, Helix mattresses come with a 10-year warranty, and they offer financing options and flexible payment plans. So a great night's sleep is never that far away. I love my Helix, and I think you would too. If you're in the need for a new bed, check
Where
out
are you?
Helix.
Texas.
You can click the link down below or go to helixsleep.com/Philion and get up to $200 off your Helix mattress, plus
I don't have my
2 free
cowboy hat
pillows.
on.
And thank you to Helix for sponsoring this video. On Mars Island, there's a tradition known as the Church of Mars, where Jared Leto actually performs in a cathedral while totally not acting like a cult leader. One of the nights in 2019 consisted of a white night, where everyone dressed up in white and sang Kumbaya by the fire. Once
Told you.
again, Jared Leto
I
leans
remembered.
into the cult accusations by being self-aware about it. Let's all pose for a picture to mess with the media. Except self-awareness doesn't make it any less of an actual
I'll just
cult.
go.
And one
Also, this guy
glaringly
right here
obvious
is one of only 2 dudes. This is, I don't know how, because I feel like Jared Leto wouldn't allow very many men on his island, But he was able to sneak in there. Not only sneak in there, but also be in the front row of a Jared Leto cult meeting. So
Maybe he's like their #1 fan.
it wouldn't matter though. This is a cult. They're all equal.
Maybe he's killed the most people for them.
That's, well, I don't know. He's not even dressed appropriately because it's not even a plain white shirt. It's like a plain white shirt with a snake on it. Like, it's, I don't know. He didn't really get the memo.
It's just
And
some
one-
random guy that was actually at the camp next door and
I see.
wandered in.
That's probably what it was. He just lives on the island. I see 4. Where? There's this guy and there's this guy. And these are the only 2 I've ever seen in the footage that exists. This is like a game of Where's Waldo. Hey, I really appreciate it, Forky. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate the raid and hope your night is fantastic.
glaringly obvious observation is that most
Oh, right here. Wearing a Marvel shirt.
Nice.
Okay.
of the people here are women. I thought this was strange too. One of the package add-ons for your luxury stay in Croatia includes a tattoo service, so you can get a tribal marking of your favorite cult leader. Mars
Oh.
Island is an experience like no other. Jared
Very
Leto
cool.
lives his life like he's on Mars. The man is detached from reality physically and figuratively. He's been riding his breakout success for over 2 decades, and it doesn't seem like it will ever slow down. If you really study Jared Leto in the media, he has a history of acting like a self-entitled celebrity with a god complex. At the start of the pandemic, Jared Leto posted this gem on Instagram. He was on a 12-day silent retreat and didn't know that COVID took over the world. He is also well connected with mega brands like Gucci and This Walking
Thanks for
Nightmare.
Prime Zeus.
Have you ever seen celebrities completely abuse their power by making interviewers uncomfortable? I've observed that many celebrities get off on preying on women in front of a camera. They like to
Don't
push
show
buttons,
Vin Diesel
be
like this.
inappropriate, and see
Not
how much
Dominic
they can get
Toretto.
away with by trying to charm or seduce.
Is he
When in
a good
reality,
guy?
they are playing a
I think Vin Diesel's like a good guy in real life, but he had like a real bad moment. So that little clip he was showing there is it was an interview with some girl for whatever Fast and Furious number. I think it was 8. And he was drunk and wouldn't stop like hitting on her, but in the weirdest way. He was like talking. I think I'll just pull it up. I think he was talking about like marriage or something at one point. And then he gets down on his knees and chases her.
if you were stuck
It's really fucking weird.
Okay, that would be really concerning if Vin Diesel was on his knees chasing her.
Yeah, it
I would
was.
probably run away.
It was fucking weird.
First one, and God, you're so beautiful. God, she's so beautiful, man. Am I right or wrong? Look at her. How am I supposed to do this interview? Look at this
Her
woman.
hands are like
She's so
I don't
beautiful.
This guy
No,
did
no,
it,
man.
and they're
Talk
just
to me,
like,
baby.
whatever, it's Brazil.
Tell me your story. Tell me your. Let's
don't
get
know,
out of
just
here. Let's go.
injecting him with
Let's
stupid
go have
juice.
lunch. My God, I love her. Look how beautiful she is.
Thank you.
God, wow, man.
So, Tom Hanks?
Wow, man. Yeah, Tom Hanks.
I found out that you are a nerd like me. You love Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm anything like
Oh,
that.
the closed captions are a little off on that
Okay,
one.
yeah, I was
You're
like,
probably a
what?
little
You love
confused
Dungeons and
there.
Dragons?
So she said you're probably a nerd like me and love Dungeons and Dragons, which he does.
The Jews and dragons.
Yeah, no, that's I don't know. It's a little weird from YouTube there.
Anything like you, because I love you.
What?
I'm anything like you, because I love you. Guys, really? Look how beautiful she is. You guys think this is a joke. How am I supposed to sit over
This
here
guy
and
is
just look at
fucking
such
ripped
beauty?
up.
Come on, guys.
She's handling herself.
She's so beautiful. I'm in love. I'm in love with the interview.
So you play Dungeons and Dragons.
I play Dungeons and Dragons.
So I brought you.
I did say I'm pretty good.
Did you? Eu sou o Groot.
It's so good.
Eu sou o Groot. Eu.
Oh my god.
Man,
He's
she's so
so
fucking sexy.
He's so
I
good.
can't
He's so
do this
suave.
interview. Look at her.
Eu sou o Groot.
Does anyone say this? Guys, what's wrong? Am I the only one that's saying it? Look at her. She's so fucking beautiful. It's like you can't even do an interview with her because you're just like da 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 da.
Oh
Right or wrong?
god. I misremembered how it went
Someone
down,
save
but
me.
Jesus Christ.
When did this turn into beautiful world? When did this turn into the most gorgeous girl in Brazil? When did this turn into I love you?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great, thanks. I can't wait to see the new Triple X. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Diesel.
Oh man.
Yeah, aside from that, though, I don't know if he's done anything else really embarrassing, but yeah, it's a classic. You should watch SCP videos. I just did. There, that's right.
Rigged game designed to feed their own ego.
Thanks for some milk.
Beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
I would like to answer that by asking a question. What doesn't turn me on?
Can I squeeze your mic? I get there at 5 in the morning.
Okay.
And I go
so good
straight
luck.
to work.
Está agarrando la mano y me estoy muriendo.
Don't let go.
Alright.
Don't let go.
That's my trick. That's my trick.
Don't let go, please.
What's your sign? Do you know?
Leo.
Really?
What are you?
Hot.
Hot.
That's nice.
Let me guess.
Stegosaurus.
You really?
Yeah.
Saggy?
No.
What?
What is happening? Is
I
this
think
a real
it's
conversation?
You're a
We're
Pisces?
perfect together.
The film hinted at a sexual relationship between the two of you.
Did it?
Did it?
Is that what you took away from it?
I don't know. What do you think?
It's kind of like a Rorschach test, I think. What did you think?
I'm thinking, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dirty birdie.
Oh.
Also, what are those interview questions?
I believe that Jared Leto and other celebrities
Oh,
were
what a
never
weird
really
response.
challenged on this type of behavior for a couple
Jesus
of reasons.
Christ.
Number one, cameras are rolling and the interviewers have a job to uphold. The spontaneity that will ensue directly after challenging a celebrity is too much of a risk.
These are
Number
some
two, they
dank
don't know how to
herb.
react because it's awkward.
And yeah, we
number
watch
three,
Mansers on stream.
sometimes the interviewers play into it because they are actually starstruck and attracted to the celebrity, which reinforces this type of behavior.
I haven't finished here. There's work yet to be done.
Have you had it?
Into her eyes, they're absolutely, insane. They're gold and blue and...
I was thinking the same thing. Can we? How to speak to ladies?
Jared Leto is fully aware of his talent and looks, and he uses it to get away with everything. He makes it a point to always touch women, bring them in close, and
I don't
bask
know,
in
I feel like
attention
he's
in
just
front of other people.
a psychopath.
He appears
I don't think he's, like,
confident
super
because
aware
he
of
truly believes
shit.
that he's untouchable. September 12th, 2005. The New York Post runs an article that states, Jared Leto likes him young. The 33-year-old Requiem for a Dream actor, last seen squiring Ashley Olsen and Lindsay Lohan around town, has been aggressively pursuing many of the teen models shacked up at the Maritime Hotel.
Yeah,
Leto,
that sounds
who booked
about
a
right.
suite at the Meatpacking District
He's probably
hotspot
nourished.
while he was in town with his rock band 30 Seconds to Mars, has become infamous for calling and texting some of his underage objects of desire several times a day. He's been approaching...
That's such a I guess this is not the right phrasing, but like an open secret. Because I saw even on Twitter, people were like in the industry were saying things like, I remember James Gunn made a tweet where someone made a point to say Jared Leto hits on everything with a vagina on set, or like any woman on set, and James Gunn replied, oh, he actually waits till they're 18 in real life, implying that like with texts and shit, he doesn't care if they're of age or something. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, it's like, it's been talked about a lot for a long time. I don't know why that isn't like a more well-known thing.
all the girls and inviting them to his shows. Girls from IMG, Elite, Next, and Women are staying there, and Jared has been hitting on all of them. He's a serial texter. He is constantly texting these 16 and 17-year-old girls. It's really kind of creepy. In 2011, Jared Leto makes a fool of a man sitting during one of his shows.
Yeah, that was an
This
old one.
is completely uncalled for.
Hold on.
That hairstyle's kind of nutty.
Hey, buddy.
David Bowie shit right there.
Hey, yo, you, with your fingers in your chin beard, what are you sitting on your fucking ass for? Huh? This is the 30 Seconds to Mars show, okay?
Yeah.
If you can't stand up, you better be up off your fucking ass right now, you hear me?
Like hands over as a guy in a wheelchair.
It actually, I'm pretty sure it is, if I remember correctly.
Stop.
Does he understand what I'm saying to him right now? No, don't look behind you, I'm looking at you. Yes, you. Yes, you. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, no, I was wrong. Damn.
In 2013, Jared Leto held a promotional contest for his upcoming album, Love, Lust, Faith, Dreams. This contest was called #TheSleepover, in which 5 lucky fans who pre-ordered
Exhibits
the album
gimmick.
would get to sleep with Jared Leto. Yeah. This was, of course, accompanied by Jared Leto's sad attempt at humor. You do know I sleep in a coffin. I will admit my bed is more like a hotel than most. In 2015, James Gunn, director of
that's what I just brought
Galaxy
up.
and the Suicide Squad, posted a cryptic video on Periscope.
never mind.
The exact contents in the video are unknown, as it was deleted the very next morning by Gunn himself. But accounts recall ranting about Jared Leto for being an overall asshole and sleeping with underage girls.
Oh,
he
shit.
posted this the next morning. Good morning to Bogota, Colombia, and sorry to all of you around the world who saw my ambient-fueled Periscope session last night at 3 a.m. Yes, I erased it. In 2016, Jared Leto admitted to sending anal beads and used condoms to fellow cast members
Suicide
of
Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Now, how about the gifts you gave everyone?
In order to get in character the Joker, he sent his co-stars on Suicide Squad things ranging from like pig carcass, anal beads, I guess, and used condoms.
How the fuck does that relate to the Joker?
I don't know.
Were they jokes?
I don't know. The guy's a fucking maniac. To method act for Morbius, apparently on set, he would walk around on crutches or in a wheelchair and demand that he be pushed around on set or some shit like that.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. He's a maniac. But somehow he is 50 years old and looks like this.
It is pretty impressive. He's really good looking.
Rats.
Doesn't make any sense.
A hog.
He might be Satan incarnate.
Where did that come from?
No, he's way too dumb.
Get the anal beads,
Who did you send anal beads to?
the used condoms.
Did not.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Step back, friend. You can't just say use condoms and we're just gonna like
You know,
forget.
I know it's a family show, but we can,
Don't worry.
we can educate people here. At least they were used.
Who did you send used condoms to?
Oh, everybody.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got that. Jared sent.
Huh?
You can't just
What was he educating
Yeah.
people?
I don't know.
What do you say? What do you think?
You know, you say Jared has gone full Joker. Jared, he went full Joker. You know, and the rule generally is never go full Joker. Oh, Richard.
That's ironic. He then later denied all of it and said it was just one big joke.
What exactly did people get wrong about the Joker?
I mean, I just think that there were some things, you know, that were mentioned about like gifts and the fact that I was giving used condoms to people, which was not true.
We can say that right now.
Wait,
That's
It
not
was
true.
not true. And what are you going to do at that
believe
moment?
that.
You can't
It
even,
looks
it
like he
doesn't matter
keeps
how
used
loud you
condoms.
shout or hold up a sign, you know, with your pants off
It
in
looks like
Times
he might
Square.
even have, like, a
People
whole
are going to go with the
closet of
story that they want
that's
to
what I'm
run.
thinking.
May 16th, 2018, Dylan
Little
Sprouse,
freezer
or
or
Zach
something.
from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, tweets, "Yo, at Jared Leto, now that you've slid into the DMs
Oh, this is
of
the
every
James Gunn
female
tweet.
model age 18 to 25, what would you say your success
I think
rate
James
is?"
Gunn's replied.
This tweet seemingly came out of nowhere. Why would Zach from the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody know
Maybe not.
this sort of
Is he not gonna
information?
make- when
And
did James
two,
Gunn say
why
that?
would he blast Jared Leto on Twitter for thousands to see? And interestingly enough, James Gunn
There it is.
responded.
That's
he
what it
starts
was.
at 18 on the internet. We know that
Yeah,
Jared Leto
yeah,
is
yeah.
creepy with girls. We know that Jared Leto has gotten with fans. We know that Jared Leto has a twisted sexual side. He literally sings about it in his music.
You can probably guess which lyrics I'm going to pick out of Up in the Air.
Oh, I don't know. Surprise me.
I'll wrap my hands around your neck so tight with love, love, love.
Yeah.
Horrible lyrics.
Quite
What?
erotic.
Is it?
That's the whole line?
Tell us a little bit
It's
more
funny that you would take it that way.
about, well, tell us what the song's about if that's not what it is.
Well, I think, what is it they say? Everything is about sex, except for sex. Sex is about power, right?
Who has ever said that in the history of the world that wasn't just a rapist? What the fuck? That's not like a saying that anyone has ever said. Ever.
Creeps say that.
God damn.
The woman out without her consent. It's important to note that Tumblr posts fantasizing about sleeping with the band muddy the water of actual evidence against Jared Leto.
Exit
Is
tier one.
Jared Leto insufferable as a person?
Nostalgia?
Yeah, anyone can get behind that. There's weird, probably shouldn't do that type of behavior. and then there's illegal. Where Jared Leto falls on the spectrum is unclear.
There's a Brian
Decade-long rumors following him across 2 different career paths is not a good sign, and neither is this one. Let me fix that.
Ooh, the truth. Banger from Philion. I didn't know all of that about Jared Leto, but I am well versed in the lore of Jared. Man's a fucking lunatic. And he is in no good movies for the last, like, 20 fucking years.
Yeah. I actually really liked Mr. Nobody. What did you think of that movie?
I don't know, is that the Bob Odenkirk movie?
Good question. I couldn't tell you who directed it. It's the one where he's, like, in the future.